know, the one complaint that I got about our last show is that we didn't sit in silence longer.
Well, I'm good with just not saying a word the whole time if you are.
I think the audience might be okay with it, but...
How's your coffee?
Pretty good. I let it sit and cool just long enough.
Hello, my friend. Hello. You have a bug face.
We're just gonna leave it.
Huh?
We'll just ignore it.
Okay. I can avoid it.
Oh, it's aiming this way.
Okay, even better.
Nobody's called me in 15 years. Hey there, everyone. I'm Ryan Woldt, the host of the Coffee People and Coffee Smarter podcasts. Both shows are part of our Roast West Coast Coffee Network and presented by our collaborative partners at Roastar Coffee Packaging. You can find them online at roastar.com. You'll also find that link in our show notes or on our newsletter at roastwestcoast.com. Every so often, my friend Nick Schmitt and I connect on a video chat to have a cup of coffee. Nick is the Specialty Coffee Ambassador over at Roastar, and we're often catching up when he's either out exploring the world of coffee or has just arrived home. We catch up on company business, share some of our favorite recent coffee shop experiences, we talk about the coffee industry at large, and generally just have a casual coffee hang. It's fun, and we decided to start recording them, mostly because I was forgetting to make notes about our actual work stuff. So if you haven't poured yourself a fine cup of coffee yet, now is the time. I've got mine. Thanks for watching, and welcome to Nick and Ryan Drink Coffee. Still recording. I love that guy just came up right then. Let's try this again.
We're in person yet again.
We're in person again. That is 2 times in a row. That's impressive. Different parts of the country, too.
Drastically different. About the same temperature, though.
Less humidity here. You know, the only complaint I got about our last show was that we talked too much and there weren't enough cars in the background.
I think the last time we had a band warming up with the bass kicking. This time we've got vans and motorcycles.
I think that's kind of the thing, though. Like, coffee is out in the world. You can have it at home in your own little zen garden, so to speak, but if you want to be out exploring coffee shops, shout out to Vigilante today, you're going to be in it, you know? Interacting with the humans.
You've got to let people come pet the dog.
Yeah. Always the dog. What are you doing out here, by the way, in California?
Riding bikes and drinking coffee with you.
Oh. But like, what else? Like, how did you sell it to your boss?
Well, Coffee Fest LA is coming in August. So understanding that some people are probably going to be traveling in for that and will probably be in need of some coffee, I went to go scope out a few coffee shops. So took a couple videos that will be trickling out, I guess sometime between now and August, with a couple different coffee shops that are worth stopping at, either near the show, not near the show, but in LA.
Kind of like you did for Roast Magazine at SCA, right? Same thing?
Exactly, yeah.
Is this with Roast Magazine too, or just for Roastar?
Not officially, but no, this is just with Roastar.
Nice. Unofficially, maybe it's like with Roast West Coast. I mean, I'm just saying.
Connie, looking at you.
Yeah.
We also have a few customers out here that, customers, coffee friends, just connecting.
That's a weird overlap. You just mentioned that. I think about this a lot, like customers or business collaborators who are also friends.
The line has gotten muddied.
Yeah. Like I consider you a friend. Like if I stopped working with Roastar, I would still want to have coffee with you. Maybe. No, I will. But I mean, I have a lot of people in my world that I've met through coffee who've become collaborators, but also are just people I like being around. And so there's always this tension, I think, between those two worlds, because you don't want to be treating a friendship like it's a business partnership, but sometimes they're both.
Yeah, I mean, also just, well, sometimes are people responding to me because they like me or because they feel like they should? I'm glad to hear that you enjoy talking to me also.
I am known for not doing things that I don't want to do with people I don't want to do them with. And that just comes with getting older and crankier. So yeah, I wouldn't sit here with you and spend the day riding around if I didn't enjoy it. And the dog would have definitely left like 20 minutes ago. It's going to be interesting because, you know, you're here in San Diego now, coincidentally, the week that I'm getting ready to leave, which is nice that I get to show you around a little bit. But then we'll see each other coming up in Portland.
Yeah, you're going to be making your way.
Are you going to be there?
I will be there.
And
I think we'll be doing a little bit of this up there.
Yeah, and then possibly LA too in the fall, but I haven't quite committed yet to my schedule.
So you're leaving in the next week or two here to start making your way up to Portland. What's happening on the way there? Yeah, what's after? What's your plan? What are you doing?
So I am leaving solo. My wife is staying here to work for a couple weeks, and I'm gonna hit the road starting in San Juan Capistrano at True Love Coffee Roasters on June 2nd. And we're gonna show up, do a little show there, record with the owner, Lee Lazad, who's been on our show before, but he's got his store open now, which he didn't when we recorded. And then I'm just gonna buy coffee for people that come to the store. And then I'm gonna do that every day until I get to Portland at a different spot. So from True Love, we'll go to Regent Coffee in LA, Glendale area, Glendale to Deltina Coffee in Slow. From up there, I'm gonna stop at a co-roaster in the Berkeley area, drink coffee, do stuff in Lake Tahoe, Milka Coffee in Sacramento, visit our friends at Chloe Cafe in Sacramento as well.
Charlie.
Maybe sit in the Porsche or something along the lines. Might stop at San Francisco. They've got a new podcast they're recording there. I thought maybe I could check in on that. Garbage truck. I hope a band starts playing at some point. And from there, like into Hood River, 10-speed coffee in Hood River, and then a couple nights camping, and I'll be in Portland for Coffee Fest. And then I think you're trying to connect us up with some more people to interview there.
Yep.
So
got a few lined up. I think there'll be some good. I can say anything I want right now. Nobody can probably hear me.
It'll make for good B-roll.
Yeah.
I think you have some people lined up for me to chat with at Coffee Fest.
That I do. Taking on my duties as unofficial executive producer.
Pretty soon to be official. I'm just going to make a job offer, see if Roastar can compete with my no benefits package.
What's after Coffee Fest Portland for you?
After Coffee Fest Portland, I will drive straight back to San Diego County and pick up my wife and the dog, who is sleeping down here at my feet. And then we're headed north again. We've got a summer of camping planned, exploring, and my wife just took a job, so we're moving officially to Oregon. We're going to be in Salem, Oregon for about a year, and then kind of flexible after that, but it's going to move us into the Pacific Northwest and likely for the long haul. We'll be up there and exploring and drinking coffee again, and hopefully not missing the sun. Every time I've been to Portland, it's been beautiful. I assume that it's going to stay that way, and climate change is going to be working in my favor for once, as opposed to against me. Yeah, that's the plan.
That's exciting. Congrats. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's brand new news as of a few days ago. We were in the middle of a batch of sangria, and my wife said, I think I'm going to take the job. And I said, this is the best time to make that decision. And so here we are. In a house with almost no furniture and no stuff and just piles all over the place as we pack up. And it's exciting and it's sad at the same time. Mm-hmm. You know, you and I talked a little bit about your life in Wausau, where I'm from, and how you've also looked at moving elsewhere, but then there's this pull to be home after you've been on the road for a while.
Yeah, I think just the calmness of being home I love coming to see you in the Oceanside, Carlsbad. I love being able to go to Portland and LA and New York and big cities, but it's a little exhausting. I like to come home and I like to have the woods behind my house and the quiet. There aren't as many restaurants to choose from for dinner, but it's home.
Yeah. Well, we're looking for some woods, some rivers, and Salem is kind of 45 minutes to an hour southwest of Portland. So we're close to that area. We're an hour north of the colleges in Corvallis, an hour and a half to Eugene, give or take, for Oregon State and Oregon. And so there'll be plenty of things to do. It's just the community we're moving into is a little bit smaller, and we're excited about that. At the same time, I've been here in Southern California for 11 years, I think, maybe 12, and 8 here in Carlsbad. And so there's definitely part of me that looks at this as being home now. And while I'm excited to go, and I think everyone that lives here is excited to have me go, I'm sure that I'll have moments where I'm like just nostalgic or missing it, or these last couple weeks we're trying to do all the things, go to our favorite places, or without stressing out too much, and just I had to close down the podcasting closet.
That's the end of an era.
That was pretty emotional, to be honest. I've spent hundreds of hours in the closet recording shows.
It's occurring to me as we're riding around on bikes, going to different shops, going to some of these might be your last time going to some of them. Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. I'm glad I get to experience it with you.
Yeah, I had a moment.
I haven't seen any hugs yet. You might need to.
There's
or any tears.
No, nobody's crying, I don't think. One of the things with doing the kind of work that you and I do is we end up going to a lot of different shops, but not the same shop over and over again. And so I have like my home shop, which you've been to at Steady State. Mm-hmm. And I said goodbye to a few baristas there. There's going to be hugs at the pet store because they love Keto, the dog. There'll definitely be tears probably as well. But I think coffee people are stoic, strong. But yeah, it'll be good.
Mm-hmm. What do we fed one? It's a very cheap.
I'm out of coffee.
Let's go smush face.
I think we need to find another shop.
Little smush face friends.
Where are we off to next, Ryan?
Little smush face friends.
We are. Well, it depends. Do you want to go further away or closer to home?
So Enzo's?
I think there's plenty of shops that we can start working our way back.
Yeah, that's true. We'll head back across the lagoon, and I don't know. We'll just see what we run into. I know a few bars over there that might be open by now. You're technically working, aren't you?
Yeah, wow, it's 8 p.m. already? That's crazy.
Stays sunny late here. Nick, it's always a pleasure drinking coffee with you, even in real life. Maybe more so.
I would say more so. Well, yeah, we had SCA last month. We're here in person right now. About a month from now, we'll be having coffee in Portland. And I don't plan my life far ahead enough to know what's after that, but this is great. We could probably ask him to turn the music way up in the background. Hey, kiddo.